I have a rental that my brother has lived in since 2016 and currently pays $1,200 month rent. He has 3 children, 18, 24, 24. The oldest 2 live on their own, and the 18-YO is a senior in high school. He got married in December and moved his new wife and her 3 kids in. The issue is my niece does not like or get along with her step-siblings or stepmom. WW3 broke out when her stepmom tried to take her room from her. Niece's room is a finished basement and with its own living quarters and a separate entrance. Sil wanted it for her son, who is 22 and still lives at home. My brother had not made a final decision, and I really don't know which way he was leaning. My niece called me in tears and told me her stepmom told her that she would be giving up the basement and to accept it. I called my brother and told him I found it unacceptable that his wife was trying to take his daughter's room away and put her good-for-nothing son in there. He told me to mind my own goddamn business and hung up on me. I proceeded to email him and tell him that I was considering 2 options. I would raise his rent to $3,000 a month if my niece moved out, and I would mind my own goddamn business. Option 2, I evict all of them and niece stays put, and I mind my own goddamn business. I also told him I did not want his stepson living there at all, period. If he was there 30 days from now, I would start eviction proceedings. This got his attention and he backed down completely. He was angry with me, his daughter, and angry with his wife, and he told Sil to never mention it again and told his stepson to find his own place. Problem solved. Told my niece to call me if her stepmom caused her any trouble. My brother has went and told other family members how I interfered, and if I just let him handle it, he would have resolved it himself. He says his marriage is now in the ditch and no one is talking to each other now. Somehow that is my fault. Did I involve myself when I shouldn't have? The only place where I think I might be an asshole is when I told him to kick his stepson out, because this made issues worse with his wife. Edit, it's been brought up so much. We are on a month-to-month, and my state does not have rent control laws. We've always had a good relationship, so we have never had a lease. I never gave permission either in writing or verbally for him to move in his new family. I never said anything until my niece called me crying. I don't like the stepson because he is an entitled piece of shit who was gunning for the basement, because he thought that since he was older he deserved more privacy. I called him a good-for-nothing because he has some crackpot belief system about working, so he does not even work. I don't know any details of it because I did not care enough to learn about this crackpot philosophy. My brother called me this morning and said that he blamed himself for all of this, and he should have never delayed in telling his wife that her son could not have the basement. He was really busy with work and wanted to have an actual discussion versus just saying no. He did not expect his wife to tell his daughter that it was going to happen. He acknowledged it was a huge red flag, and they will be getting marriage counseling. He said he made it abundantly clear she was to never his words approach his daughter about giving up her room, and that no one was allowed in the basement unless they were invited by my niece. He is, as we speak, getting the silent treatment from wifey. He said when I called him, he just found out that his older adult kids FaceTimed his wife and really hurled some insults at her. Then they sent him some not-so-nice messages about betrayal and being a henpecked. Then I called and told him off, and he was really upset and felt attacked from all sides. He said he was very disappointed with the threats I made and wanted us to set up a time where we could talk more in depth and make some future decisions about the house. I blame the Sil for this whole fiasco. She has been bitch-checked, though, and knows better than to try and flex her muscles in my niece's home. That is where we currently stand. My brother might not be as spineless as I thought. I don't know how his marriage can survive. She made enemies with his kids.